Like many couples heading into retirement, Christine and Brian invested in a unit. Now they fear they'll be forced to keep working well into their golden years because of an ugly, decade-long battle with the body corporate.
This is emotionally and financially devastating for us.
Mine and Freddie could see that there's something major wrong with this place.
The body corporate's just had its head in the sand over the last 10 years and it's regrettable.
From the outside, Christine and Brian Dowd's unit complex looks like a heritage dream. But behind the door of Unit 4, it's a disaster.
Welcome to our investment. Wow. Welcome to our nightmare.
The Dowds bought the unit in 2006 as a place for their daughters to live while they attended university in the central Queensland city of Rockhampton.
We got pest and building inspectors in to tell us what they thought, and nothing came up.
They eventually rented the unit out, but in late 2010, the tenant reported a problem with the shower.
We got a message from the rental agent saying that there's a water issue in the belly of the shower is starting to bubble out.
It was investigated, but nothing was found to be wrong with the pipes. Just weeks later, Rockhampton flooded. This is the Queensland Premier at the time, Anna Bligh, standing in front of the building.
It's a terrible tragedy. The properties, the lost crops, the heartbreak.
Luckily, the floodwaters never made it into the property, but soon after, the Dowds noticed cracks in their apartment.
You can fit your finger in it. I don't think you're meant to have a finger gap on a wall.
Almost every wall, as well as the floor and the ceiling, now have cracks, some even large enough to fit a car key in.
How would you describe this apartment at the moment?
Like an earthquake has been through it.
The concrete floor has also sunk, the slope so bad, objects roll down it.
It's not a safe place to be in, you couldn't sell it, you couldn't rent it.
When the cracks and sinking started in 2011, the couple went to their body corporate, which manages the building and is responsible for maintaining it, to ask for it to be fixed. But the Dowds say they were told by the body corporate it would only pay for the walls to be patched up.
In our hearts, we knew it was a bigger issue and that we just didn't want it just patched up. We just needed it fixed.
But that's not going to cut it with the Dowds. They want the thing fixed properly.
Now it's been a staggering 10 years of back and forth with lawyers, engineers and a body corporate which is refusing to fix the problem.
They're just prolonging and it's going to cost a lot more money now to fix it.
This was meant to be the couple's retirement nest egg. Now it's a money pit. They haven't been able to rent it out since 2011, a loss of $150,000 in potential income.
Brian, it obviously really affects you seeing how bad it's got.
It's all right, we've done 10 years. Sorry, this has been a very emotional and financial drain on us.
The building was originally constructed in the late 1800s as a warehouse. It wasn't until the 1980s it was converted into 16 units. But engineers are now suggesting that conversion is adding to the problem by increasing the loads on the footings. It's also thought the flood events could have unsettled the foundations. The couple had their own safety expert look at it, but the body corporate doesn't agree that it's their problem.
I'm no building expert, but that's a sloping floor. And you're on the ground floor of this unit complex.
And it goes from there right around to the corner and I'd say into the next door lady's apartment as well. So the safety expert was a bit worried that the whole building was going to fall into the river. That's how serious it was.
I can't think of a clearer case where a body corporate should be taking responsibility.
Lawyer David Bowers is now acting for the Dowds. He says multiple reports have shown the problem is structural, which isn't covered by body corporate insurance, which means all unit owners must foot the repair bill.
It's a path to disaster. If this goes all the way to court, there's probably going to be about $500,000 in legal costs, and the costs of repairing it are still there.
This letter from 2013 shows the body corporate's original lawyers clearly stated it was the body corporate's responsibility to fix the issue. That law firm was then sacked.
Now they've engaged other lawyers, and they are basically taking the attitude, we don't care what our lawyers have previously said.
All the while, the Dowds are losing money. They've already paid $80,000 towards their legal fees. But to add insult to injury, they're technically also partially paying for the other side too, through their body corporate fees, which continue to increase.
I think they were hoping that financially we could not take them to court and do anything.
The couple believes current owners in the building have no idea how big the problem is, and any delay in fixing it could be risking their units.
I'm surprised it hasn't been condemned.
Well, so am I.
The grandparents have said this is a fight they won't be walking away from.
This is our children's future. This is our grandkids, you know. This is our retirement.
The building's body corporate said it won't be making any comment because the matter is before the court. We also reached out to its lawyers, but we're yet to receive a reply.